Hello everyone and welcome to the HAPSA how-to video, and here we'll be teaching you how to use the HAPSA system. Of course, we will be start by entering this address to our browser, to our designated browser, puptaggingcs.net HAPSA. And as you can see, here is our first thing to see HAPSA system. So let's start with the admin. For the admin, we'll be just typing our system credentials. Don't worry, all the system credentials for the admin will be given by the system developer. Now, here is the first dashboard of the system administrator user. We got the user account to count all the following users in our database. Next to this pending files, we'll be just tackling that later. And the announcement. For the announcement is where we can create announcements for certain notification. For example, we can send an announcement to everyone by just typing here pass all the requirements, save. Now, as you can see, it has been recorded in our table and it's been sent to everyone. But if you want to send an announcement or a message to a certain person, you can just create this, everyone, then here, and let's say that he's missing a PowerPoint. There, let's just say that account has been successfully created, and now it has been added to the scene itself. We will be seeing this table to the faculty user, but as for now, I'll just get to show you how it was like to being sent in email, because once the announcement has been sent by specifically to a faculty, it will automatically send to the user itself from the email. As you can see, here is the HAPSA administrator. We can now see that the message has been sent and the whatever the description we have typed earlier has been also sent in a template. Now that is all for the announcements. We can just edit it later and delete, but it will be relevant as of now. Now we will be going to the admin list. We can see the list of admin. We can also register our admin in here. All the asterisks must be required to fill up. So technically all the fields in here are needed to fill up, unless for the middle name. For faculty, yeah, we can see all the faculty in here. We cannot add because all the faculty and the subject list is connected to HAPSA's database, so it is not needed for the HAPSA to add another data in here, because it will just create a double in certain files. But unless if you want to add a new faculty, then you just need to contact HAPSA itself to add that faculty. Now for the subject list, it's the same way as the faculty. We can see how that everything subjects are in schedule, but for the table itself, we can arrange it or sort it by descending or ascending depending on what you want to click. For example, I want to arrange it alphabetically or by year. Now for year, it was arranged from the top to bottom, from the latest to the old. Or if you want level to section, you want all the 5-1. But of course, there are certain times that you want to a specific detail of that subject. So we just can just filter it out by saying you want 2021 to 2022, and boom, we can get our the latest year or the latest schedule in the subject list. Now, as for files, this is where we submitted, where this where we see all the submitted pending files. So, for example, if you want to see all the submitted PowerPoint, you can just view the file, and then from the pending itself, here we can view all the submitted PowerPoint in that requirement type. So for us for now, it is just a basic um, basic information. Now, as you can see, there are file name, author, subject, 7 year, and where there is view download details action. In view, if we click the view, we can see the content of the file itself. So as for PowerPoint, we can view it also, but we cannot view for in here. There are certain times that the file shouldn't have a space. If there is space, it can't be viewed. But if the file can't be viewed, you can just also download the file. Here you can see it was downloaded, and you can view the file on your computer itself. But for the rest, for example, here, no space. So for the file name, we can see the content by just clicking view. In here, same as well. Now, we are finishing view and download. Let's go with the details. Details are just additional information for these files. We can get what kind of requirement he passed or he she passed, the date created, or when he did, or when he or she passed the requirement itself. Now there are two options in here: accept and reject for the actions. Now if we click accept this file, it means that the admin accepted the file itself. So if we click the accept, that accepted file will go on the accepted files, of course. But let's go back there in the files PowerPoint presentation, and we can see here that there is one accepted file. Now let's view it again. Let's assume that we will reject this file, this PowerPoint, because it has a space. So reject. Now for reject, we need to put a reason why this file is being rejected, so that the faculty will know what to do next. So for example, the reason is wrong file name. Now click, oh, sorry. Yeah, send. Okay, now it will be directed to the rejected files, and we can view it on the details on the reason. It said wrong file name. Okay, I think we are done with files. Now, as you can see, there are set 5 in here, but if you go in the online class report or others, there are different count because there are different files being passed on what kind of requirement type. So if the user passed for the the PowerPoint presentation, then it will only just go to the PowerPoint presentation. But more of that later. You can understand it more fully on the faculty side. As for now, we will go to profile. Profile is nothing much different, just basic information. The admin can just rewrite all the information itself, but he can, or she can, they can also change the password. So if they are not comfortable with the password they have, just can just reset their password, and the new password will be sent to the Gmail itself. The part that we can monitor whose faculty has submitted or not. So if we go to 2021 second sem, here we can see all the faculty that are assigned in this year and semester, and we can see all the subjects they are teaching, and there are also a tally for how many files they have submitted per requirement. So of course we want to generate this to get the reports we want. And if we open it in the Excel, oops, wait, Excel is old. We're just gonna use the other one. Mm, open with. Oh, I'm just going to open it in the Excel itself. Then there's downloads. Yeah, and I can see if we generate the Excel itself, it will automatically convert it into an Excel. So that is for the report. We go to maintenance. For the maintenance, this is just to add another requirement type. If the HAP admin, the head of the academics, decided that there another requirement type to be added. So example, uh, they needed to submit a Zoom record, save. Now we can see in the files, or no, we're just going to need to do with maintenance. As you can see in here, the requirement type, new the new requirement type has now successfully added. If the admin made a mistake, you can just edit it to edit the details, examples. He wanted it just a screenshot. Here we can see it is successfully edited, but if the admin decided that it needed to be removed, then he just need to delete that requirement type itself. And there's no longer a zoom the data we have entry earlier. So that is all for system administrator, I guess. Oh, I haven't talked about the pending files on the dashboard. It is actually just the same as how we did it on the files tab. But for this, the difference is that in here, we can see all the files that have been submitted instead of being separated by requirements. So we can see all the requirement type in here. So if we click here, oh no, not here, the details, yeah, you can see that it is submitted as online class report. But if we click on the others, it had submitted in PowerPoint presentation. In files, it is separated, but in here they are being placed in one table so that the admin can see the latest files being submitted in the system. Now we're going to, now I think that is really the last part for the admin. We can go back to the faculty. Now as for the faculty, of course, there will be a new faculty members will be using this HAPSA, so they gonna be needing to a new account in here. So, well, they already have an email in their AppSys account. So in this part, we're just going to need their email address. So let's sample. We'll be sending an email address to my example. I'm just a dummy in here created to simulate how the address being sent. Password that successfully sent to your email. Okay, so if we go back in here in our Gmail, oh, by the way, my account was for Gilbert Decina. And here you can see that this is our temporary password. You can copy it. Mhm. Faculty again. Type in the email and the password. Just paste it. Then log in. And here we can now log in for this faculty side. But of course, we need to change the password because whatever we did in here is not supposed our legit password. We're just going to type in a new password for that. So for this example, we're just going to uh, type in another one. Type in another one. Now it was successfully created now. So we can now check on the dashboard. Now as for the dashboard, if you remember, we sent earlier from the admin side to Gilbert Decina a missing PowerPoint. So as you can see, it was being sent as of now. But there is also the everyone in which everyone in this system will get the announcement. So it is good that we can see all the uh, announcement in one table. Now for the submitted files, it's the same logic with earlier with pending files. In here, the user can see all all of their files that they submitted. So for Gilbert Ticina itself, he submitted 3 files, and then one of his files has been accepted, and one of his files was also rejected. Now, of course, Ticina itself want to see why the file was rejected, so we can just go to the details and check the reason and wrong file name, and Ticina can decide itself if we want to submit again. Now, of course, how does the user can submit in this system? We can just go to subject list, and we can go and we can see that everything in here in subject list was all the subjects that are assigned for Gilbert Decina. So if you know Gilbert Decina, he is commonly as a uh, electronics engineering professor. So he teaches 4 subjects. Now there are course and action. If we click the course, we can see what kind of course he is teaching to and what section. So for here, he's teaching to BSE section first year. In here, section 4th year, 5th year, and others as well as a 3rd year. And now we can, if you want to submit a file, for example, for the basics electronics one, you want to submit a requirement, you can just get the view. Then he need to specify what kind of requirements he will be passing to. So for example, he will be passing a an Excel. Now here's the extractions. Drag and drop the files in the drop zone. Avoid spaces in file name. Okay, we can drop files in here. Now we have submitted, we're just going to use this since it's a Excel successfully uploaded. We can go back to the dashboard and view it on the pending, and we can see that here is the recent we passed earlier, and it can see that there are same year to determine easily on what kind of or what the subject is all about. We can also see the details. The same as the other one, it can be also being viewed, but sometimes it won't load because the server might be slow. It will be loading later on. But of course, if it can't be loaded, we can just download it, and it will automatically download to your computer. But of course, the same with admin. You can also change his password, but you cannot change his profile because the profile is only for the FSys. If you want to change his profile, then he should be talking to the FSys system itself. So basically, this HAPSA is connected to the FSys database. So I guess that is all for the HAPSA system. I hope you understand and appreciate all of this video and so forth. I am glad that we have given the chance to create the system. So thank you and have a great day.